they're all actually really incredible Hanzos, and I'm sure that Leave has a ridiculous one as well. There's the diversity on both of these teams. This is now going to be very difficult for Shanghai to crack. To get in through such a tiny choke point with 6 ults up essentially across the board, it's really hard.
You can see the damage being pumped into them. Elsa wants to use the Gravitic Flux early. He puts a ton of damage in, and look at that! Elsa collapses into them. The Hulk comes out as well from Eamon, and that's all you need, really. Oh my word, the Amplification Mage is going to be just pounding in damage through the choke point as well. Chengdu Hunters just really cementing themselves now into this choke point. You see the ultimates coming out fearless, a desperate last-ditch effort here as he uses the supercharge, but no one can even touch them.
An Ana on their team either, so this is not going to be a Nano Blade. Jinmu though, pulls it out. He's going for the Pharah.
The Blade?
Yes!
He's found the Pharah somehow! Excuse me? I'd like to see the replay of that one. He's going for the Mercy next. No one is safe. There's nothing sacred anymore. Trying to go for the dodging, trying to go for the juking here.
Jinmu?
Lee Jae-gong goes down. Jinmu picks up the Pharah Mercy combo. But unfortunately, it ended up buying a lot of time for them. And Shanghai...
Yeah, oh my goodness,
there
he
you
actually
go.
picks up Izayaki. While everybody else is trying to deal with Jinmu and Ibelta, who are literally behind them. It opens up a door to Bacon Jack, and he hits it.
I feel like this is the real presence right now. As you can see, Jinmu just goes in and goes for it. The barrage gets unleashed. He gets a kill, instantly rezzed up as he ended up falling as well. And Chengdu Hunters have cracked this open like a runny egg going into a pan for a Sunday breakfast. Beautiful. It'd be useful to know. Bit of a biblical story, a tale as old as time. But look at this, Jinmu. I mean, he's just taken the advice completely the opposite way. Straight into the backline. The barrage comes out. He takes out Lee Jae-gong. Now Bacon Jack has to try and win this 1v1, but he's very, very low. Gets a little bit of heals from Evital.
Yeah,
Damage
that's
being
so
pumped in
good
as well.
With the barrage, he really can play in these tight corners, because if he gets in a 1v2 scenario, you can see it just blows them all up. It's not something he can do if he didn't have it available. Ooh, the Flux on Molly, that's going to be interesting. I don't think they have the personnel to be able to win this, so I think they're just wasting Flux.
But they did get the supercharger out and straight off the bat, and they're gonna make some wholesale switches as they move over 3 of their players. Flutter gets obliterated. He was the window, as we like to call it sometimes, but it's a bit of a weird one for Chengdu because they can't really quite get the angles necessary. But at the end of the day, you need the angles to capitalize off it when Jinmu gets value with his damage boosted rocket. Barrage comes out from Jinmu, but he gets taken down as a result by Lee Jae-gong. This time, him getting the better of it.
Oh my goodness.
Evital is mental. Just actually going for Lee Jae-gong in the air with the Valkyrie. It's one of my nightmares, my pet peeves, when I'm playing Widowmaker in Overwatch, Josh, and the Merc managed to hold on for now. And they have retaken the high ground, and Chengdu has finally now been pushed off of this car. They go for a fast re-engage around this corner. The Immortality field, I should say, was used early here, and a spam from Izayaki and Lee Jae-gong. That is beautiful. That was the, I believe a Hulk set that one up for them. Chengdu going to have to just rethink this one, go back to the drawing board.
Yes, that was a
Okay, well, Blizzard on the low ground. The wall is going to split him up, but Elsa gets frozen up. Fleta,
and now Fleta's in no man's land.
Yeah, he's caught in a dodgy position, and we see the Gravitic Flux being used here. Fleta avoided it with his ice block. They do manage to get a kill into Eamon as well. And Shanghai, they have the peel necessary. Fleta was caught out of position. He comes down.
Oh, but that may wall.
Izayaki. I mean, Izayaki ended up was forced to use the Transcendence here. I think this is still a one fight for Shanghai, obviously, with the picks that have come in. But they had to use more ultimates here. The Nano Boost is available. Molly's just waiting for it. They want to use it. Eamon actually ends up going down here. So Molly holding on to the Nano Boost. They might have to expend something here, but looks like Chengdu are in a pretty safe position. And yeah, Evital's doing Evital things. I mean, this is disgusting. He's got 2 kills. He's looking for a 3rd. I mean, maybe
he should have
been
been
chatting
to can't get in
Dragon
kills them
into the Hulk. The Immortality goes down, splits them up. Oh my word! And now we're going to see a couple of ultimates coming out here. Eamon unleashes the supercharger, damage boosted with Jinmu in the background. The barrage does so much damage. It's going to be the team wipe. The last ditch effort, it was a bit of desperation. They need to touch the point. Look at Void. He has to even just kind of get close to it to see if they can get any value. Eamon falls though, so Shanghai have actually managed to wrap themselves around here. Now Jinmu, the recipient of this nano boost, needs to start hitting a shot or 2. He can't find it, but finally the flick of the wrist, he gets 1. Shanghai though, they've opened this one up, and now they have positioning onto the point. Now they're ticking it up. Someone having to force to contest this one now. Could be anyone's game. Jinmu just looking for a kill. You can see him just raining down the rockets from above, but meanwhile Chengdu perfectly happy to take the ground war, and they will force him off the point. Jinmu slams the nail into the coffin. Just a few more players remaining here for Shanghai, and that is going to be the series. Chengdu Hunters winning it 3-0.
That's an absolute gift there. The Hangzhou Spark have just given them a capture point. Because as soon as Conquer stepped into that pit, they should have had the advantage.
Well, Godspeed's going to try and clutch this one up, but I mean, the Guangzhou charge is the thing. You can never count them out. They've got the mechanical. Brings down Rio as well with the help of Assassin, but still they're on this point holding on. Was perfect, obliterated. Krong took him out almost as freeze onto Assassin, but Immortality Field will keep him at least topped up. He won't be falling, but oh my word, the hold straight into the Discord. Assassin's gone off the map, and an opportunity now for Guangzhou Charge to reassess where they want to be putting into this here. And Bebe, though, it feels like a lot of individual 1v1s just kicking off all over the place. Bebe gets the better of Nero. Still, though, the charge, they flipped the point in their favor. This is necessary for them. Great hold comes out from Rio. Really peeking from the Spark, but there you go. He sent Godspeed straight up into the air, and that gave Happy the opportunity to get him the quick 1-2. Godspeed out of the fight. No Resurrect available, obviously not running the Mercy, so he's not going to be back in this fight, and Happy's just hitting heads. Bazzi falling, crumbles the Spark in a disastrous position, and they're not even able to touch the boost. Already on 30%. The Ice Wall from the Spark now looking for opportunities. Big Bionade from Shu, but it's going to be meaning that they do get an equal trade here as Rio just gets destroyed, demolished, taken out of the point, but both teams lose a tank. The Charge, when they have the high ground like this, they will abuse it, they're going to use it, and they're going to clean you off the point. Happy. 3 kills will push them back. Charge still in control of the objective, not letting them get any more sort of space. And now the 1v1 into the corridors. Godspeed ends up coming out on top, and that is his go time. He can take a more aggressive angle straight into them. Nice little shot there from him. Neptuna falling. The Hangzhou Spark are looking quite clean and quite clinical.
They certainly are, and because Hanamura's much big. Oh, this is nice. I like this from the Guangzhou Charge. They've actually found an ability to push people behind.
Okay, rotation comes around here, so now the Charge.
The Spark have pushed in aggressive, so this is a great counter reaction here coming out from the Spark. As soon as you realize you're going to
they need to get a pick off here if they want to try and defend this one. Nero, the Blizzard gets laid down. Yushui has to fortify, so he survives, turns his back to them, but destroyed, taken out of the fight. Godspeed switching over to the Widowmaker, a last-ditch effort for him to try and make something work, to make something happen. Bebe, he's rotated himself all the way down into the background here, laying in the damage from afar, seeing if he can get anything done. The Charge still in control once more, Happy with the headshot onto Adora, taking out the necessary targets. No one is contesting to Bebe, but I don't think it matters. Still, we're looking for that second tick now. We start to see the stall heroes coming out. Godspeed onto the Tracer, but recalls away. Does not have that on cooldown, and he will fall. The Charge, they managed to find their way back onto the point. Neptuno moving over to the Moria just so he can get back into the fight in time. And they are building up these ultimates effectively. Happy uses the Dragon Strike, takes out Assassin. They need just a couple of picks. Bebe being assaulted in the back line. That was their one opportunity, their one advantage that they had to try and win this one. It's going to be so tough for them now as Gushui gets pressured on a sliver of HP, and finally he will fall. Godspeed tries his best, not quite good enough, and get bullied off the point here. See them trying to make it work. Double, unless Happy pick on the Assassin. Maybe Happy can kill everyone. If Happy can get a 6k, maybe it's winnable. I mean, I've seen stranger things happen. Leaps around to the back line, but Bebe shuts him down. He's like, hey, listen, Sunshine, get off my plot of land. Like a farmer. The man attempts to walk across this land, across the entirety of Wales in a straight line. Shots coming in from Godspeed here, unloading the lead. Shield comes out though, and the peel is there from the rest of the team, but this is what the Spark are trying to achieve. They're surrounding them, and also trying to divide them, conquer them if they will. They can. Shots pumping out. Trying to get something out onto Rio here. The key now is going to be for the Guangzhou Charge to try and survive this. Losing Rio is not good at all. but still winnable here for the charge. This is now for Nero. He might opt to be using this one. The trouble is, what target are you even connecting this onto? Nero has to use his wall. He's trying to split apart the Spark to see if the charge can find a pick or two. It's difficult for them, but now we see the Nana being used greatly from Shu as well. The mechanics are definitely there. Happy having to find the hammer. Pulse pump comes out, boot forward. Happy. Oh no, no, no! Caught out of position. Still alive though, but not for much longer it feels like, whereas the rest of the charge are just crumbling, falling to pieces. And the Spark are going to be able to capitalize and take this first opening round, or at least get the first capture of it. Ryan, as a good ball player would. Try and set up now. The bombs come down. Power drive is a classic combo. You're going to try and push them into the bombs and Sam. Godspeed now with Blade. Dash reset is there. Goes for the deflect, but oh my goodness, you mistimed it, and Happy, he's punished you. The 3K for him. Nana boost used, but Deadeye doesn't really get anything at all. In fact, another huge Bionade from IDK. Connects onto Rio and Shu. They are in a disasterly position. And Bazzi with a pick onto Happy. I gotta say, Godby with this blade might just be the cleanup they need. And there you go. The Spark able to just push out the charge away from the point. They get the cap.
It's hard for them to recontest this pool. They do have the poke from Nero, but Happy's going to have to do some crazy work.
Coalescence doesn't really get too much. Brings him out very, very low. And I spoke too soon. Nero was set up there for the barrage. That was the 1-2 combo. Shu just getting the trickle damage needed to set them down low enough for Nero to really take advantage of it still. Spark are in control at this point, and it looks like they want to fight it. Bebe ends up using his Transcendence, keeping his team topped up. There's no Bionade to try and negate that kind of healing. Happy trying to work his way around there. Nero ends up collecting the kill onto Bebe. Eventually, it feels like Charge should retake this one. Not without a fight here. As you can see, Gushue moves back into the fight, finally spawned. Happy using the pulse bomb will get the D-Mech here, and they have to start expending ultimates here because it's getting a little bit saucy. It's getting a little bit spicy. Spark's still able to try and recontest this. The wall will allow them control of the point once more. And the Spark are actually retaking this one. Gushue, though, doesn't have heals. His teammate just came in the nick of time, but Bebe on the Moira was not enough to keep him up. The charge, as long as they clean up Godspeed, as they do, they are going to be able to recap this. Gushue brings him very low, and he has to skirt his way back out of it. Nero's going to be traded 1-for-1, but the Coalescence is going to be doing so much damage to them right now. And the heals, as long as it's there. Neptuno does fall, but Shu, he needs to stay alive. 44 HP. Backs his way around the corner. Krong cleaning up the remnants on this point. That is necessary right now for the charge.
Happy is absolutely outplaying Bazzi when it comes to the Tracer situation. And with P on Genji, where he's a little less comfortable than he is on Tracer, I dare say, this comp, I don't think they have the ability, the individual mechanical skill to be able to go toe-to-toe with the Guangzhou and charge.
You have to get a pick now off of this, because you're not building up the ultimates. There's not enough time.
This pulse bomb from Bazzi, it's got to be huge.
Shu moves back here, but Krong's going to be looking to try and get a nice grab off. Try and push him away from the point, if you will. Look at him. Any sort of solo grab might work, and they pull them off the point with the grab! Guangzhou charge! They take them seriously!